Good afternoon.
Hey guys, we'll do a go live on this from 2 o'clock. Yeah. Okay. Rob.
Hi Mikel.
Hello.
This is probably your first full week with the team. How much of a difference does that make when you don't have a game breaking up all the training sessions?
Well, yeah, at least we had some time to train a few things that I wanted to start implementing. It's nice to have a few more players back as well, a few from injuries, and a bigger group where we can not just be match, post-match, recovery, post-match, pre-match all the time. So I'm pleased, and when the weather is like this, even better.
Just looking ahead to the game against Palace, Roy Hodgson always does such a good job setting up his teams, don't they? What sort of challenge are you expecting?
Every time I play there as a player, I suffer. He was always tough. It's a very complicated stadium. He's a manager with an incredible experience, and what he's doing there again, it's very impressive, and it will be tough.
Mikel, what's the injury team news ahead of this one? How are the players?
No really news. I don't think we're gonna get anybody back in the squad. We are a few that are gonna be 50-50 for the following game probably, but not many news.
How's Hector?
Hector is a little bit better. He trained partially today with the team, but still not there.
Back-to-back wins against Manchester United and Leeds. What do you think's changed since you took over?
Well, the first thing I wanted to change it was the energy around the team and around the club as well. I think this is slightly better than how it was, or much better, I would say. Obviously, the fact that we are winning games obviously help, and as well, obviously, what I'm seeing at the training ground since the day I moved, it's much more like what I want to see.
You are the youngest manager going up against the oldest manager in the Premier League. Is there anything that you can learn from the experience of Roy Hodgson?
From Roy, absolutely everything. It's incredible how he deals with situations, you know, and to be living with this level of pressure for such a long time, the way he handles it, the way he behaves himself, the way he puts himself across, how respected he is around all the players and clubs is remarkable. So big admiration for him.
Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang spoke of his love and commitment to this club in the programme notes on Monday nights. Do the club intend to confirm on the record that you are opening talks over a new contract for him?
No, I was very pleased to read those comments. He knows exactly what I think about him, and obviously he's a massive player for us. But at the moment we're in the middle of the season and we haven't discussed anything further than that at the club.
Would you intend to hold talks at the end of the season?
My intention is to keep Oba, obviously, because I know that if we keep Oba with us, we're going to be stronger and closer to winning football matches. That's the only thing.
Are you confident he would sign an extension?
I don't know, we haven't discussed that. But I'm confident that he is very happy here because that's what he said on the media.
And in terms of potential incomings this month, you said that you are working on a few things. Can you confirm whether there will be any significant investment, or as expected, are you just looking at loan deals this month?
I don't know. I'm not expecting big things. I'm expecting big things about the players that I have at the moment, that the players that are recovering from injuries, that's the big expectations from my side are there. If we can find something to help us at the moment to go through the season in a more balanced way in certain areas, and it's helpful, we'll look at the options.
But you are actively looking to strengthen?
Yeah, we always have to be looking because obviously we have some bad injuries that are going to be out for a long time, and we have to see if we can find options there.
And in terms of potential loan departures, just some of the younger players, what's the latest on Emile Smith-Rowe possibly going to Huddersfield?
We are assessing the situation with 3 of them. We are evaluating all the offers that they have from different clubs, what will suit them more, and if it's the right time for them to make that step. So in the next few days, we will tell you exactly what it will happen.
And just that would confirm Tyrese John Jules?
Yeah.
And Eddie?
And with Eddie, it's the same situation. I sit down with him. I'm very impressed with him. I think it was a great challenge for him to work in that environment at Leeds. I think he's become a much better player, a much more competitive player. And then the decision to make now is whether it's better to send him again another 5 months to really realize his potential and have him ready for next season, or keep him here. But it's something that we have to discuss in the next few days.
Mikel, do you think the players will start as slow in the first half against Crystal Palace as they did?
I hope not. They haven't started slow this morning, and I hope it's not the case.
What was the reaction in training the next few days after your team talk at half time?
Very good. To be fair, they've been training really, really good. Spirit is up, the level of confidence is good, and they seem in a good place.
When you've watched the Palace games back, are you surprised at how many penalties they've had against Arsenal in a few years? And Luka Milivojevic seems to score a lot. So will you be speaking to them about how they defend against Wilfried Zaha?
One of the things to be aware, 100%. We know Wilf, the type of talent he is, and when he gets isolated in 1v1 situations, what he can do. So, of course, it will be part of the game plan.
Is he a player that you would like to have, Wilfried Zaha?
I think he's a terrific player. I think the impact he's had in the Premier League in the last few years has been phenomenal, and his ability to create chances on his own, it's unique.
Can I ask you about Martinelli? I believe he's been called up to the Brazil under-23 squad, which would mean he could miss some Premier League games. Do you plan to keep him, or are you going to let him join up with Brazil?
Well, in the middle of the season, it's never ideal players to go that type of tournaments. We will discuss with the club if that's an obligation, if that's something that the player really wants to go, and we'll make a decision on that.
And is it time for Arsenal to put a run together now in the top four? I mean, you play Chelsea in a couple of weeks, but all the sides are sort of below you or around you. So do you need to put a run together too?
It's the only option we have if you want to have the aspiration to reach that. We need a lot of games in a truck, and we have to start now.
And in terms of transfers, do you think you're going to have to almost sell to be able to buy? Is that possible? And do you think Mustafi will leave?
We're not thinking to sell. There's nothing concrete at the moment on the table. As I said, I'm focused on the player that we have now, and you know, this transfer window is a little bit tricky, and things might come at the end, but I don't know in which way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, put a split on this 10.